Yesterday I had a delivery of soundproofing. We've got two different types. We've got a 1.5mm and a 2mm thick sheets. They are made by, must be an American company, Kilmat. Probably kills your carpets. And the other one is Nokia or Nokiko or something like that. That's the bigger mats. Now I got these off Amazon, and I will do a description at the top of a video when I was unboxing these and see what I found out. The reason why I got that and not Dynamat was the Dynamat was 660 Canadian dollars for less than we got in here. Now we got sheets of that, didn't we get? I think we got about 50 sheets of that. It was an incredible amount of sheets, but only 10 of these. And also we got some special rollers to install it. So that was a kit. It was kind of nice, and it was about $250. Not too bad. And the thing is, if we find it's not sound deadening enough, well, we'll just put 2 layers on. Now the reason why I got this sort of stuff brand new, well, not so much brand new, but I had some old stock, and the thing is, this has got like a self-adhesive backing on it, and these are going to go in the roof. So the last thing we want is them to drop off, because when it's cold, the expansion contraction doesn't work too well. Now, some people go quite anal with sound deadening. Now I am. Well, let's get this one thing clear before we go any further. Sound deadening is the stuff we're using. Soundproofing doesn't really exist. We use the word, but you'll never soundproof a Land Rover as long as you have, well, whatever you've got. But the thing is, you can only stop the drumming of the panels and you won't cut the noise of the road, and you won't cut the noise of the engine. It's just impossible. It's the design. We found this out quite easily when we put 300 TDIs into Disco 2s, because the Disco 2s had fantastic soundproofing right up onto the bulkhead and all the way around, and when you put the 300 TDIs in, you could hardly hear them. But that was done by the factory. We haven't got that facility to make those heavy dense rubber mats with the foam on. So we're going to use this, which is the next best thing. Now the thing is, I've seen a lot of people put this sound deadening material on, especially Dynamat, and they enclose the whole car, absolutely everything. Well, there's no real need. All you want to do is stop the drumming. For example, let's have a look here, see what you can see here. We're going to put some sound deadening on here, but not on these ribs. It won't make a difference. But today we're going to do an experiment before we do this, because I know you all like experiments. On my phone, on my smart-ass phone, I downloaded a decibel meter. And what we're going to do is this. I'm going to tap on the roof at a constant thing like that. Alright? It's the same both sides. You can hear it. And then what we're going to do an experiment with dum-dum, like they used to do in the old days. Does that really work? Because it could be even cheaper still. And what is the difference between putting this soundproofing, see, it's got me saying it now, sound deadening pad on. Now, for the more anal of you outside, the decibel meter readings mean nothing, because it's going to pick up a lot of background noise from my boiler and me messing about. The difference is, we're going to show you a reading first, and then tap on the roof with the same beat or whatever, just a vibration, and see what the difference is in numbers, see if it's reduced it. A lot of noise in Land Rovers is actually transmitted through the roof. It really is. If you cut the noise in the roof, you'll cut the noise in the car. A lot of people go a bit crazy putting soundproofing in the floor and all on the sides. Well, not really all that much need, but we're going to fit it to the rear tub and the footwells and around the seat box, just to stop that drumming. Alright, but we're not going to do every minute corner and folding. It really isn't needed. And also we're going to do inside the doors here. We'll show you how to do that. But again, it doesndoesn't have to be the whole panel. It just needs something to stop that, you know, or reduce that. See? So the first thing we're going to do is my camera lights haven't turned up yet. They're coming on Monday. So I've just got this great big blinding light down here. So I've gone from the sublime to the ridiculous. I'm going to rearrange the camera and I'm going to get the meter out and we're going to look at the roof settings first. Well, I'll see what the decibel meter says first. And then we're going to try some dum-dum. Ooh. When I played back this video at lunchtime, I realised I had the camera switched off for most of the time and it went all wonky. So anyway, you can see there I've already got one section in, but you didn't see my experiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it on this section here, even though I've got some sound deadening in there, so we want to see what the difference is. I know it's all confusing, but it is Friday and it's been a busy day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a ball of dum-dum, right, and I'm going to put it in this roof here. But first of all, we're going to look at the decibel meter, and I'm going to be very quiet. It's very sensitive. There we go. Right, you can see there. This is the roof without just me tapping on that section. Right, now I'm going to get the bit of dum-dum and I'm going to put it right in the middle of that panel. There's a sound deadener and we're going to look at this again when it focuses, there we go, and see what it does now. It's lower, but according to the gauge it doesn't make any difference. So now let's take the dum-dum off and I'm going to tap on the piece that I've already got soundproofed. Here we go. And on the other side I'll do the same. There is a distinctive difference between the two. I'm not playing around, I just want to try and get it right. But I think it does work, but it's never going to be soundproof. But what I'm going to do is now I'm going to cover the whole inside of this roof. I'm going to finish that off and we'll try and do that test again because we don't know if one panel's affecting another one. It's very hard to say. But so we're going to put some sheets in, but like I said before, we're not going to put them full. We're going to put full sheets in this big section here because we can fit 2 sheets in. But I've only got 10 of these, so I have to be sort of economical of how I'm going to use them. And then we'll come back to this video. So I used all the 10 sheets on the roof as best I could. Maybe 12 would have been better, but I got most of it covered on the sides and the bits that were drumming. I just went round and tapped on the panels. But now we're going to go back down and have a look at our meter here. 1 minute, here we go. Let's see if we can get this central for you. Not quite. Here we go. Right. quite a difference. Even I can tell, tapping away. It used to be 60 decibels, but now it's quite quiet. Very nice indeed. So, oh, now his phone switched off. So, I think that's good. So what I'm going to do now is do inside of these doors here with the thinner stuff, but I might be tempted to put 2 layers on. Just let me move the camera a little bit. There we go. Didn't hurt, did it? Now, okay, so you got that. Now let me put some soundproofing in. Now sound deadening. I've got to clean this off because I've got rust proofing all over the place. I'll clean that off with some camping fuel, and then we'll get on and stick that on. The biggest problem I had with the thicker stuff was that it was actually folded in two. It was folded, and all this was creased up in the middle, so it made it really difficult to fit. But this stuff, is a lot better. It's just on a single plain sheet. So I've cut this roughly to the size. I've degreased the panel. Give it a quick warm. Now we have to get under that there and fit that in like that. And I made a mistake. I should have dropped that down there. Let's do it again. We'll work off the bottom line there. And that's it. Now we'll get our little roller. Roll that all the way. We'll have to push that in with our fingers there. Now, does that make a difference? I think so. Hey presto. Let's do this one. So we'll get another panel. We'll just check it out for rough dimensions. This one, oh, we might just get it in. Yeah, I think so. We've got a bit of jiggery pokery, but we'll get it in. So we'll cut it down to size. And any little bits that we've got left over we'll just stick in the roof. Of course I cut the wrong end off with the backing, but never mind. Because these are a bit more manoeuvrable, easy to work with, then we'll take the backing off completely. The reason why we don't take the backing off straight away is if it sticks to itself, then it's scrap. So what we're going to do is, it's going to be tricky, this one. I'm going to have to sort of put it up there first, and then drop that behind here. Ah, look at that, you'd think I was a pro, wouldn't you? Now, has that made a difference? Yes. Is it good stuff? Yes. Let's listen to it from the outside. Where's the bit we haven't done? Let's do this bit. Remember this. Some fancy cutting on here. Doesn't have to be too accurate, like I say. Anything to stop that drumming. Again, it's all going to be covered over, so nobody's going to see it anyway, so. Considerable difference, I think you would agree. And a last piece down here, which we should, I think, I'll tell you what, because we like to be economical, we'll just use bits that we've got left over. Oh, wait a minute. How's that bit? No, we'll use bits we've got left over. Down with it. So we want there on that one. And we'll put this just right in the middle. Oh no, we'll put a little bit of that. No, we'll put it here, and then we'll put a bit in at the top there. Lots of bits left. Oh, look at that, that's perfect, look. The little squares help you dictate the size you're going to cut. This car's going to be so quiet we're going to have to take the exhaust off so we know it's running. Right, I'm quite happy with that. I don't think it needs another, considering what it was like before, I don't think it needs another coat. So now I'm going to jump on the front doors. I've just done the door. I've done it all the way around as much skin as I could. This is the noise. Let's have a look at the other side. I think you can agree. It's certainly deadening that sound down. I don't know if I need to put two coats on, you know, two layers. I've started to do the footwell as well. I think I might just leave the rest to tomorrow. I'll do the other side door, but I think it's coming on well. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. You know, like it's thin enough, because when you're doing these side bits here for the carpets, you don't want too thickness, because it gets in the way of the bottom of the door. Yeah, it's going to be good. Very interesting. Let me get on with the rest of the car, and then we'll do a quick once over when we've seen it. So I've got most of the car done. I've got the doors done. I've got the roof done. I'm going to finish for today because it's Friday. It's 5 o'clock and it's time for crackerjack. But I just want to show you what the door shuts like and what it sounds like. That's what it should sound like, a nice solid clunk. I don't think there's any need to put any more soundproofing or sound deadening there. I think it works. We've got these sides to do tomorrow. You can hear. Do you know something? I'm even thinking about, I'm so impressed with this stuff, I'm going to stick some on the inside of underneath here. I bet that'll work. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It can drop off. But driving around in the Land Rover is just like driving around a great big drum. You know, Ringo banging away. But now listen to the roof. It has worked. You know, it has worked. I think it's going to make a great difference, and not that expensive, because, let me have a look at me, because I'm good looking. In the old days we used to fit felt, you know, felt and a bit of tar on the back, and it was bloody rubbish, because it used to absorb water, and it used to smell and stuff like this, where this is no problem, and the silver will add a bit of heat reflective back into your Land Rover, and you'll probably get up to about, I don't know, 15 degrees off your heater, who knows. Wow. So let's get on with that tomorrow. and let's see what it looks like. But I'm sort of encouraged with it. And then carpets.